You're such an asshole.
He wants a video response. And here is his details. Ready? Hey, Aaron, and coincidentally, great one. This could be a 10-page response, so I'll give you the 30,000-foot overview. If you need further details, just let me know. My mom has been in therapy for the last 40 years for depression, all right? So that's bullshit. I don't believe, I'm not saying that she hasn't been in therapy for 40 years.
Okay.
It's,
The fact, yeah.
well, proof you had on your other podcast that therapy doesn't work.
40 years and you haven't fixed anything?
Yeah, I mean,
obviously it's not working. Stop.
The psychology industry is bullshit.
Yeah, you're just paying money for nothing.
She's currently 67 years old. She does nothing to better her situation other than being a guinea pig for whatever antidepressant the doctor prescribes her to take. No exercise, very poor diet, pretty much lives in front of the TV and wants to die.
Right. I can't figure out why she's depressed.
I-
Once again, eat right, get some exercise, turn off the television.
How much you want to bet she doesn't have no man-fish bicycle?
Well, she don't need no man-fish bicycle.
She already got his seed. Because we're getting the email from
Yeah,
the
she
kid.
got the seed.
At one time...
She might even be getting half or something. Who knows?
Yeah.
We'll find out.
God. Pretty much lives in front of the TV and waits to die. The timeline goes as follows. 2 years ago, she takes a leave of absence from work and doesn't return. Government contract stuff. Then she gets laid off after 4 months of not working from home. She could get unemployment, but she is too lazy to even apply for jobs.
Damn.
Her excuse was she didn't have a resume. Then it was, I can't get my computer to work. Her house used to be nice, but after years of neglect and dogs she couldn't clean up after.
Oh my god. Wait. Fur babies. Fur babies.
Dude, because this has nothing to do with the guy's request, but because these women, predominantly women, predominantly women, they're too lazy to actually go have their own damn kid. So then they go and they substitute it in with a pet.
Yep.
But since they're laziness is a key driver here, how many of these fur babies are actually in good conditions? I know one fur mama who actually does take really good care of her dogs.
Right.
But, I mean, how many of these dogs end up malnourished, or the cats and there's feces and piss and shit and all that other stuff?
Yeah. Well, no, I would suspect that most of the fur babies are healthy because I think that the fur mommies pamper them.
Oh.
But they do. But that's why they let them poop in the house. It's like telling your daughter no when she says, "I want to major in sociology." And you'd say no, and you spank her. It's like the cat poops in the house. They're not going to say no to that because that's my little princess.
My little baby.
Nothing's too good for my little princess. She can poop anywhere she wants. And you're a bad man, Aaron, if you say different.
She wouldn't clean up after, not to mention she constantly buys things she doesn't need and never throws anything away. Every room in the house was packed with stuff, and the property would need substantial work and money to get back to a habitable shape. Being that I enjoy projects like fixing up houses and also would like to help my mom, there's his first mistake.
Yeah, you can't help other people.
I offered to find contractors, hire a junk, be gone crew, and supervise the whole project from start to finish. These boys really do misdiagnose their problems, don't they? Mm-hmm. They really do. Is it niceness that blinds them? Maybe their genetics?
Maybe. Maybe it's just you're supposed to do everything for your mother.
Yeah, well,
What tea do you want?
Whatever tea. Green tea if you got a green tea.
I don't have any grain.
Well, whatever. Whatever I had last night, that's
Does that
fine.
work?
Yeah, the bag tea.
Got it.
And then move in after the project was complete. Okay, you're wrong for wanting to move in with your mother.
Bad idea.
Yep, I have a stable job and had options as far as my living situation, so it would have been a win-win financially speaking for both of us. She would fund the project from her 401k, roughly. Okay, great one. 67 years old, 2 years past the retirement age. How much do you think she has in her 401k? Is this off or on?
37,000.
37,000. You were very close. 48,000. Is 48,000 enough to retire on?
If you're going to live for 2 years.
Yes.
Yes.
You're going to live for 2 years. And this is where the shit hits the fan. She put in for her 401k withdrawal, and I took a week of work and had contractors and junk removals crews show up back to back to get as much as possible the week I was off. What happens next defies all logic and reality. Now, I have not read this.
No, I know.
Do you want to guess?
Yes. Okay. Wait, hold on. If it defies all logic and reality, here's what happened. The house got cleaned up.
Right.
The mother regained her sanity. She started exercising and eating correctly, and she got rid of the television. And he ended up not moving in with her, and she went out and got a part-time job and started saving a little extra for the retirement. Even though it's late, she started setting aside a little bit of money just because she realized that's what she should be doing.
That defies all logic.
That defies logic.
I'm going to predict she cashed in her money and hid it somewhere. I'm also going to predict that she threw a temper tantrum when things were going away, or she was auditing each and every item saying, no, I need that. I might use that. You never know. I knew someone that actually had a rubber band drawer. So that's what I'm going to get. Okay.
I'll go with that too.
She gets $47,000 deposited in her bank account and begins tripling payments on her debt to the tune of $2,500 a month. She owed $8,000 on a roof where the minimum payment was $250, and she pays it off. By the time the junk crew gets there, she has an emotional breakdown when they start taking her stuff, crying, blubbering, fighting all over every piece of crap.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm so good.
She's attached to all that stuff.
Could you imagine what it's like being the moving crew?
Oh my God.
Oh, that's right. You okay. You don't have that.
Actually, I kind of can. I know somebody who owns one of the local. I know the person who owns
The local moving crew or whatever.
1-800 Junk that's based in
Okay.
Boulder.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've heard some stories.
Yeah,
I've heard some stories.
American women, what are they gonna do without their shit? Where'd it go? Crew gets here, emotional breakdown, crying about fighting over every piece of crap that they try to take out. Keep in mind, this is a 3-level, 3-bedroom, full of stuff in every floor, every room. We make progress, but nowhere near enough for the contract I had set up to do the accurate estimate. She says, this is another example of why you need to contact Asshole Consulting before you even embark on a project like this.
You know,
See, we're responding to a problem now where this problem could have been completely avoided.
it's kind of like the sponsor you have, assuming you still have the sponsor. When is the best time to talk to a divorce lawyer?
rdklegal.com. Russell. Good old
Yeah.
Russell. You know Russell.
Yeah, I know
over in
Russell.
Chicago. Right, we
Yeah.
like Russell. The best time to talk to a divorce lawyer, now I'm the lawyer.
No,
I've never
not
been
either.
married, never been a husband. I'm gonna
Same here.
guess the best time is before you get married, even before you get engaged.
I would even go so far as to say the best time to talk to a divorce lawyer
Right.
is when you come out of the womb.
That might be quickly enough.
And you know what? Probably the best time to consult an asshole? When you come out of the womb.
Right.
You're born, just go straight to RDK Legal and assholeconsulting.com.
I should have charged him more. I see, and this is why I should read through these first instead of just skim them like, hey, it's going to be about this much.
Now we're having fun. Come on, you're
All
getting
right.
some fun.
I know, it's spontaneous that way. Accurate. She says she can't continue. Fast forward 3 weeks, all of the $47,000 is gone, and she can't make her house payment. She then files for bankruptcy after paying most of her debts off.
Wait, don't you file bankruptcy before you pay the debts?
You would usually hide or cash in all your assets.
Yeah.
You wouldn't pay off your debts with your phone. So she just royally fucked herself to the tune of $50,000.
Yeah, I mean, I've never done bankruptcy, but yeah, I would hide every piece of cash and pay nothing and then declare bankruptcy.
Great one. She's a strong, independent woman.
Yeah,
Don't you dare second guess her.
You're right. My bad.
She is a boomer. You respect your elders.
How is she that old and her house ain't paid for?
Boomers. Boomers got a boom.
My mother paid.
Dude.
My mother's house is paid for.
Okay, but that's rare. Who's the master of divorce, half siblings, and reverse mortgages?
Women?
The boomers.
Okay.
Alex
That's fine.
Trebek isn't say, do you have a fully paid off house and you want to leave it to your kids? He's not doing estate planning. He's like, hey, old dumbasses. Before you fucking die and you got no money because you shit the bed, take the equity out of your home and leave your kids shit. That's what Alex Trebek.
Take out another loan against your house.
Okay. She put a whopping 1,000 into her house, and she pissed away her entire retirement in less than a month. It has no income, and a trashed house that is in its condition would never sell for what she owes. She managed to get my father's Social Security since he passed 4 years ago. They divorced 20 years ago, which is $2,100 a month. What, dude? I could live on that.
I could live on that.
How are you filing for bankruptcy?
On $2,100.
On $2,100 a month.
Yeah, God, I would take $2,100 a month on a heartbeat. I could totally live on that. So they're divorced, but she still gets his Social Security.
I guess so.
Wow, sounds like women are really oppressed.
Women are just so. If
Holy
we're not
fuck.
regularly beating them in alleys and oppressing them with the patriarchy.
Yeah.
By the way, did you get your patriarchy club?
I got
which
the
we
patriarchy.
beat the women
Yeah.
with?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got a new. Mine's got platinum. Platinum plated.
Platinum plated.
Wow,
on
that's
your
what you get
patriarchy
when
club?
you get enough points.
A platinum plated.
You go to
patriarchy club.
ourpatriarchy.com and you trade in your points. I got a new, nicer club.
Damn, that's nice.
Yeah. Well, that's is that going to keep doing that? Okay.
Stop. All right, Piggott, stop panicking.
Okay. It's $2,100. The bank offered to reduce her payment to $1,400 a month. She told me she couldn't afford that and never contacted the bank. She could afford that, but didn't want to sacrifice anything. At this point, she hasn't made a house payment in a year and has been receiving $2,100 a month for about 8 months. She gets the notice from the bank in December that she has 3 weeks to get out and her house will be up for auction, which is exactly what I told her the entire time would inevitably happen. It's cute he thinks he's talking to a sentient human being that's capable of reason and thought.
Yeah, she doesn't.
She saved nothing of the $2,100 a month and has 3 weeks and a fresh bankruptcy on her credit. So that's why she now lives with me in my 2-bedroom bathroom that is not set up for 2 adults and my son, whom I have 50-50 custody of. All right, so he's made.
So he's divorced.
This just gets worse because now she might have tenants' rights or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What state? Do we know what state this is in?
I don't know.
God knows, depending where you are, they might even be common law married.
Yeah.
I mean, just because it's his mother, I mean, that's like saying there's 2 genders. I mean, I think you could be common law married to your mother if she lives with you long enough.
All right, so here's his situation. Okay, my situation, I'm 37, single, make $80,000 a year. I'm not going to mention where or as what.
Got it.
I have my son every weekend and every summer during the week, so I need someone to watch him while I'm at work these times. I'm a minimalist. I live here because it's below my means. I could pay off some extra debt from a custody fight and a dumb decision I made. He could have talked to Russell at rdklegal.com.
Before he got married, if he
Before he
was
got
really
married.
smart.
But no one talks to Asshole Consulting or Russell.
No, not till it's too late.
Oh my God, my heart blew up. I need a surgeon. Or maybe you just talked to a dietitian 20 years beforehand.
No, we can't do that. Can't do it.
She is a hoarder and is constantly trying to bring stuff in my house and decorate it with her knickknacks. I have one television in the living room, and even after my son gave up his room so she could have it, she cannot have a TV in her room, so she resides in my living room every day, all day. She doesn't walk her dog. The dog needs a surgery a few months ago for $1,000, so I paid that.
Whoa.
The deal was she was paying me $800 a month rent, which took me 3 months of hounding her to begin paying up. I do all the cooking, 90% of the cleaning. I'm constantly picking up after her and the dog. One time as a test, I left the sink full of dishes to see how long it would take her to do them, and on the 3rd day she took a pan out and cleaned it so I could cook her something to eat when I got home. So at this point I realize I sound like I'm writing about a lazy wife, which is sad, but it's the only way to describe it. My lease is up here in June of 2020. I'm looking to buy a house just enough for my son and myself so I can continue paying down my debt, not rent, which I believe is a waste of money. My question to you is, do I have a case to declare incapable of taking care of her? Do I have a case to have to declare incapable of taking care of herself and therefore can claim her as a dependent?
Sounds like a lawyer
That's
question.
a lawyer question. I don't know. That's up to the state you're in. I have other major bits of advice that are
Right.
more important.
I mean, trying to
This
get
is like
deduction on your income
this is
tax?
like I just
you have
found
a bigger problem.
I just found out my wife has been banging Tyrone and Jessup and Cable
Chad.
and Chad on the side. I have herpes and that drug-resistant gonorrhea that she gave me. She wants me to get her a new pair of shoes. Should I get her the new pair of shoes? That's what this question is.
Are they on sale?
Well, that's a good point.
Yeah, I mean,
Or set her up separate from me in a retirement community or something like that. I am too close to this situation. Need logical feedback as to my options that works for everyone, but more so me. Okay. This is the classical blood is not thicker than water, and you are a dipshit thinking that just because it's your mom, you have to take care of her.
Yep.
If this was anybody, my mom, my grandmother, I wouldn't have taken her into my house.
No.
2, I wouldn't have even bothered saying, hey, Mom, we're going to have this come over and that come. And the reason why is not only does your mom not love you, your mom is beyond help.
Yep.
And the only way that she is going to come around or be functional or anything like that is if she is facing starvation and the full costs and consequences of her decisions. Right? Now, you're just enabling her, having her spend time with you, not charging her rent, doing all the work and all. Stop being a fucking pussy. Mm-hmm. I would see if you could get out of the lease early. Break the lease early with your landlord. You and your son move out, or you kick her out. Mm-hmm. I would frankly look into emancipation. That's just me. I would, which is basically divorcing yourself from your parents because she's going to be nothing but a legal risk. Yeah. But this is a person that neither loves you nor anyone else. She only loves herself and her things. I mean, it's obvious because that's all she has is her stuff.
Yeah.
Here she got a son and grandson right in front of her.
Right, who is obviously willing to do things to help her, and she won't even avail herself of that. She won't even meet him halfway.
What? And cries and throws a fit over shit in the house.
Over stuff.
Cashes out her 401k, doesn't know. Dude, I don't even know if I want to yell at him anymore because it's kind of like she's incapable of doing basic stuff. He's incapable of letting her go.
Yeah.
Like, he is her bitch. This is sad and pathetic. Very sad and pathetic. So what I would do, talk to a lawyer, see if you get, I don't know if he's seeing if talk to an accountant. See if she could be a dependent. If you want to go through taking care of her and having her at your place, fine. Ruin yours and your kids' life.
Is that worth whatever you're declaring her a dependent is going to do for you?
No, it's not worth it. But he's I don't solve people's problems.
True.
I just yell.
Yeah.
That's one option. If you want to, you can ask a lawyer and find out a tax accountant, find out if a parent who's effectively an invalid is a dependent. I'm sure there's some rules or means testing by which that's achieved.
Probably.
But I would, frankly, have nothing to do with your mother because she's not having anything to do with you except being a parasite. That's what this is. Mm-hmm. And get your son what the fuck are you doing that to your son for?
No shit, man. Talking about fucking up your kid.
So that's it. That's what I'd recommend. I can delete these.